I'm Tammy Cicchini, and I'm the women's tennis coach, and we're back. Last year, well, we're here to talk about our upcoming season. But first, before I introduce our three seniors, I want to talk about a little bit about last year. Last year was every year that we have is super special and unique. But what was special and unique about last year is that we didn't graduate any seniors. So all of them are back. So that means this year we have three seniors, and what makes these guys special and unique is that they were my first recruiting class. So the team that we have this year is amazing, but it's because of these three. Normally I like to go in alphabetical order, so that means we start with Kate. So what's a highlight of your summer?
So this summer, I actually moved to Chicago and had an internship in private wealth management, and I really did love it. It was definitely different than living in Pennsylvania or living in a small town in Michigan, but I had a lot of fun and really enjoyed what I was doing, and it was nice to be in the big girl corporate world for a little bit. But I'm happy to be back.
Kai?
I am an active cadet in the ROTC program here, and so mostly in the summer we go and we experience some military training, whether that's like different schools or like different training regiments or testing and grading. So I actually was at Fort Knox for 6 weeks this summer as an opposing force, what we call an OP4, and so I worked along cadet summer training there and basically was kind of the opposing force for the cadets who are going through their testing phase. And so next summer, I'll go back to Fort Knox as one of the cadets who are being tested before I commission next fall. So yeah, it was super cool to go and do that. And then obviously it's super nice also to be back at Bucknell starting the senior year. So we have a great team, so it's also exciting.
Yep. We just finished our first week of practice too. So, Maddie.
So this summer was really busy. I had a lot of moving parts and pieces, but myself and two other girls on the tennis team, Whitney and Caroline, and myself, all got into the London School of Economics in January. So for 3 weeks of the summer in July, we got to go and live in London and take classes and learn from amazing professors and get to indulge ourselves in some really cool experiences and food and fun. So overall, it was really just an amazing experience, and like these two lovely ladies said, it's great to be back, and we got one more year, and it's kind of crazy. So it went by a little too quick, in my opinion. So
It always does.
yeah.
So the one great thing about tennis, among many things about tennis, is that we get two seasons. We get a fall season and we get a spring season. So our fall season, it's getting us ready for the spring season. And what we like to do is a lot of things that are for team bonding. So we are running the stadium stairs tomorrow. That's always a highlight. We're going kayaking in 2 weeks. That should be fun because I know the first time we went kayaking was their freshman year. So we're kind of bookending the two of them. We're excited for a mixed doubles tournament with the men's team. We have 4 upcoming competitions in the fall, and our first one is the Bucknell tournament, which is coming up next weekend. So, Maddie, thoughts on the Bucknell tournament?
It's always like my favorite tournament in the fall because it's the most fun. Anytime we get to play here, the energy is so much different just because it's our first time with the freshmen. So we have 2 new freshmen that we get to introduce to this amazing world that is Bucknell women's tennis. So it's just always really fun. We have a great time. Tammy runs the desk, so it's just like a ton of team involvement and relying on each other. So it's overall just a very big team bonding experience in itself. And we get to play together, we get to warm up together, and we just get to play really good teams together. So overall, just a good one to start with. So
Lots of time together.
lots of time, lots of fun,
Yeah.
lots to look forward to.
Yeah.
So
And if I can jump in too, I think one thing that's different about the tournaments in the fall is that it is mostly individual based, but you're there with your team. And so that's one of my favorite things is like in the spring with the dual matches, everyone is pretty much playing at the same time. But in the fall, you have different playing times. And so we really do a great job of visiting each other's court and like every person who's playing, usually only be about 2 at a time, has like half the team on their court. And so that's one of my favorite things about the fall.
Right. So Bucknell obviously is here, but then we get to go on the road. So our next tournament is the Carnegie Mellon tournament. Tyne, thoughts on Carnegie Mellon? I know
It's our
you've
first
never
time
been there
going there.
before.
Yeah, so it's super exciting. We haven't played a school in Pittsburgh during my 3 years.
No.
And so that's going to be really fun to go to Pittsburgh and see a bunch of new teams and start our road tripping, which we haven't, the freshmen haven't done yet either. So I think it's a great segue. We go from home and then to Pittsburgh.
Yeah. So the van rides and the hotel stays are always fun too.
Yeah.
At the end of September, we are going to Loyola. We played at Loyola last year for the tournament. Unfortunately, it got rained out, but hopefully the weather cooperates this year, and we'll get to play the entire weekend. So thoughts on Loyola? Because I guess we really haven't done that one before either.
I just hope it's good weather, only
Yeah.
because I think every time we've gone to Loyola, it has snowed. Like spring, fall, it snowed. So I'm really looking forward to hopefully playing outside in some sun.
Yeah.
And it's a great tournament. It's not too far away. So yeah, it's exciting.
It's good seeing some league competition.
Yeah,
early in the
exactly. We get
season.
to play a Patriot League school, which is always fun.
Yeah.
And kind of always, there's a more serious aspect when you're playing a school in your conference for sure.
Right. So we always end our season with we started it, I guess, last year, like a different type of adventure to end our fall season. And this year, like we did last year, we're going to go to Kate's Lake House on Lake Michigan. So I guess we'll go back to Kate. So I know that's a really special place for you. So
Yeah,
what are we going to do again this year?
I loved having the team there. I grew up going there almost every weekend throughout my entire childhood, and I'm so fortunate that Coach is willing to trek the team in a 9-hour van ride to Michigan. But I love it. It's great team bonding. We just get to hang out and be with each other and really enjoy each other's company, and it's great for the incoming freshmen too, because they're really able to see our personalities a lot on that trip, just because you get kind of in a silly state when you're driving for so long, so your true personality really comes out, and we get to see what they're all about. So yeah, I'm super excited. I'm so happy we get to go back.
So I guess that kind of rounds up what we have upcoming. We're always really excited, and this is a great team. They're just great all around in the classroom, on the court, and I have 3 great leaders who are going to lead this team into the most amazing season ever. So thank you. We hope to see you soon.
Thank you.
you.
Thank you.